What's up everyone, welcome back to the neighborhood. My name is Andrew Kimball, and in this video, I'm going to list my favorite cards at each cost in Marvel Snap. Marvel Snap is a digital collectible card game developed by Second Dinner that was released in October 2022 after being in beta for a while. There are over 200 cards in the game currently, and each one has a power number and a cost number. I'm going to go through each cost and pick one card that is my favorite and explain why. I really enjoy Marvel Snap, so if you like this video and want to see more content based on the game, let me know in the comments. Cost 0, Wasp. Okay, this is sort of a mean pick because, come on, what's the other option? Wasp was always a good fit in Patriot decks, but after the release of High Evo, Wasp has found a new home. Even though she's been nerfed recently in that deck, she's still a fun card to play, and costing 0 only helps with that. 1 cost, Nebula. The 1 cost spot was probably the toughest to make a definitive choice. There are so many good 1-drops now, and a lot of them depend on the type of deck you're playing with. I ultimately settled on Nebula because she is a great card that can slot into most decks and offer either some slight control or consistent power. If your opponent doesn't want her power to grow, they have to play in that lane. She's also great for lanes that close down, like a Storm lane for example. I also really like the Season Pass card variant, so that helps too. 2 cost, Daredevil. 2 costs weren't quite as tough to choose as the 1 costs were, but there's still a lot of good cards at this cost. I ended up choosing Daredevil because not only is he a fantastic Marvel character, but his card ability is unlike any other in the game, and it provides unmatched value. The fact that the only counter is the opponent also playing Daredevil means that more often than not, you're going to see what your opponent is playing on turn 5, and this can be huge, especially if you've built your deck around it and can capitalize on that intel. 3 cost, Juggernaut. For 3 costs, the competition is the fiercest it has been so far. There are so many great 3-drops with a wide range of uses and situations where they can turn the match in your favor. I chose Juggernaut for this list because I fell in love with the card when Galactus was at his most obnoxious. Jug is a low-cost counter compared to some of the other counters available. Outside of that, his disruption can cost your opponent the entire match if you play smart with him. There are obvious combos that are still effective, like the Storm followed by Jug combo, but if you can get a little creative, this card can be slotted into a variety of decks where the opponent isn't expecting it. 4 cost, Enchantress. Shout out to Shang-Chi, he's an obvious choice for a favorite 4 cost card, but I wanted to be a bit more creative, although I did still choose a disruption/counter card by picking Enchantress. However, Enchantress can also be used to help your side of the board as well if you play her in combination with Lizard, for example. Her power is nothing to scoff at, and her ability can completely destroy the opponent's board state if they are relying on ongoing cards to take them to victory. Depending on the meta, she may get swapped out for a different tech card now and then, but more often than not, Enchantress makes it into most of my decks. 5 cost, Sarah. There was no other option. Sarah is my favorite 5-drop by a mile. There are definitely some other cards at this cost with incredible abilities, but for the type of decks I like to play, Sarah's ability to lower the cost of a card is essential. Her stat line isn't the best as far as power output, but the amount of power she allows you to pump out on turn 6, or maybe even turn 7, more than makes up for that. Better just hope your opponent doesn't have a wave in their hand. 6 cost, Magneto. Before his nerf, I probably would have picked Dr. Doom for this spot on the list. But now, it's hard to go with anyone other than Magneto. Sure, there are cards that can slam the board with more overall power, but being able to change the opponent's card position on the final turn is such a powerful ability. It doesn't hurt that Magneto is one of the coolest characters in the Marvel Universe either. For as good as he is, he doesn't feel oppressive or overplayed, so I think he's in a pretty safe spot as far as nerfs go. There may be other cards in this category that have flashier abilities, but Magneto just gets the job done, and that's why he's my pick for 6 cost cards. Well, that's my list of favorite cards at each cost. What are yours? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to see more Marvel Snap content from me, also let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and want to help out the channel, consider subscribing, leaving a like, or turning on notifications, as that helps us grow and reach more people. If you want to hear more of my thoughts on Marvel Snap and other games, check out our podcast, which you can find a link to in the description. For now, I'll leave you with a reminder to stay friendly, gamers.